We're back on Escapade. How do you feel being back home?
Really strange. Feels really weird. It doesn't look like our boat. It feels so good to be back home after 2 months soaking up a bit of routine and enjoying some land luxuries. I'm sure the Boatyard reality check will hit soon enough. But for now, we're just excited to jump into some boat jobs and get back into the rhythm of maintenance life. We only just got back yesterday, but we've already stocked up on fresh finds from the local markets. And we've had our first peek at the freshly varnished stairs. Here's a look at the stairs before. One of those projects we decided to outsource while we were away. It definitely made sense to tackle that while we were not living aboard so the cats weren't climbing up and down, aka ruining our hard work. They're looking incredible now in comparison. Anyway, first job on the list is getting the dinghy off the deck to make some room for some other projects.
I tried to give Janae a hand and lift this up, and it literally just lifted right off.
You should have seen your face. Your jaw just dropped.
I couldn't believe it. I thought I broke the tender completely, but we can glue that back on. But that just shows you how hot it is here.
Yeah.
Leave something out for 2 months and you're in trouble. Check this out. After 2 months of leaving it, this side burst and all the glue's just come off here. It is nuts how much damage the sun does. So yeah, we're gonna try and find the leak, and guess we're gonna have to re-glue everything. How are you, mate? So I've just sprayed the tender down with some soapy water, and I've found the leak is the existing. Can you see those bubbles there? You can just hear a slight hissing sound, and it's from this patch here. So we're gonna have to redo that patch, and that's where the barracuda bit the tender. Cheeky f***. So you got the last laugh, I guess. So there's good news and bad news.
What?
Well, the bad news is there's a leak.
Yeah.
The good news is I found it.
Yeah, I mean, we knew there was a leak already.
Yeah, that was the bad news.
Yeah.
It's you know, where the barracuda got us, and I kind of did a dodgy job of patching it up because we had the davits, we had the tender up on the davits, and then we used that glue that went off really quickly. Yeah, it's that patch.
Right.
So we need to take that patch off, clean it up, and redo it.
And then also re-put the other stuff on too.
Oh yeah, that should be okay though.
Yeah, well, it's not a hole at least, but...
No. But yeah, that's crazy, hey, how the tender just is like falling apart.
Yeah. I'm making one of my favourite recipes, red curry zoodle soup, but we don't have zucchini, so we're going to have it with vermicelli noodles. We had quite a few curry powders and stuff here, which is nice. It's like the only thing we had left on the boat, really. Yeah. We had a few things. We got some pantry items, but nothing fridged. Not much to cook with unless you've got other ingredients. We don't have tin tomatoes, so I'm just cutting up some of our tomatoes we got at the market. They look amazing. And that should be yummy. Well, I'm only using the cooktop tonight, but we haven't had an oven for like 2 months, so it's really nice to and just all the utensils and like all the extra little herbs and spices and Asian things that you've got, but that we didn't have because it wasn't worth getting it all. So only been out for 2 months. So we kept it very simple when we cooked in the apartment, but we're eating a lot of street food to make up for it. So.
Thanks, darling.
No worries.
We are going to watch a movie and go to bed. What do you think?
Yep.
Tired?
I'm not too bad, but that just sounds like heaven to me. So, boat work starts today. First job on the agenda is the keel. We've got a bit of keel rust here, and because we're in such a cold area in Greece, it was middle of winter, the sealant didn't seal properly. As you can kind of see here, it's just not quite right. So I'm going to scrape that out, grind this back to bare metal, and put an epoxy barrier coat, and then reseal it again. And then hopefully, because we're in more hotter conditions, it should adhere properly and dry. Fingers crossed.
pretty happy with what I've done so far. So I've taken off, yeah, 2 or 3 inches. Now it's time for me to quickly apply this protective coating, primer and rust remover. So you just apply this on with a brush. So this stuff will help the primer stick better, fingers crossed. So that should hopefully not come off. There's a few little rusty spots here. And Janae's just come down.
I need to go to the bathroom, but I'm gonna go pay the yard so we have a bit more of an idea on our budget that we've got left. I go to the bathroom, which was 400 meters away, so by the time I do this like 5 times a day, I've done my 30-minute workout.
You're gonna be fit as a fiddle when we're back on the water?
Well, I'm not doing any heavy lifting though, am I? Like
Not
weights
yet.
like what we're doing?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
So I'm just getting all the leftover paint off, as much as I can anyway, for the area I'm working with. All right, I've just put a little bit of that in here. I want to get the metal before it starts oxidizing, so I've got to be quick with this. All right, you can kind of start to see it changing color already. So I've basically got to wait for this to air dry, and on goes our spray primer. All right, so I've just woken up from my 2-hour midday nap because it gets so bloody hot out here, and this is all dried off, turned a really dark grey color. So it looks like it's ready for the primer to be put on, but yeah, this is the product I use. So hopefully the paint sticks pretty well to this. So I just thought I'd try getting off the prop speed with this attachment. So it's like an 80 grit sandpaper that's really flexible. Sorry, it's 40 grit, and it works an absolute treat. So I've just kind of quickly gone over that. I'll go over it again, but I think I'm gonna do everything here. Hopefully it should come up pretty nice. So I'll go 40, 80, 120, 240, 600, 1200. Work my way up, but these only come in 40 and 80, so I'll have to do the rest by hand.
We've got a very exciting prop upgrade coming our way. Stay tuned for that one, as we can't wait to show you our shiny new bling. We thought we'd still prep this one as a spare though, because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that you can never have enough spares. Now we just have to figure out where we're going to stash this thing.
All right, I've smashed 3 coats of primer on here, that spray primer. And now I'm just going to give it a quick clean with acetone, just quickly wipe off any dirt because we're in a pretty dirty yard here. And then it's time to do the silicone. I might tape this one up because I'm not sure how strong this 3M 5200 is. But supposedly it dries like a rock, so should be good. All right, decided not to tape it, but cut the nozzle at a nice angle, and I'm just going to slowly do it. It's day 3 in the boatyard. We've done a few little jobs so far. Some good jobs, some bad jobs.
Yeah, I've been editing the last few days, so I haven't really had done anything major, have I?
No, she's just been sitting down looking pretty in the aircon all day. Anyway, we're heading outside. It's 11-ish today, mid-heat. But we're gonna start getting stuff off the deck. Janae's gonna clean the anchor locker. We're gonna
get the anchor locker, the anchor
chain. Yeah, we're gonna spray the anchor chain with our depth markings.
Yeah, hopefully they're still on there so that we don't have to measure. We can just, like, as we bring it up, we'll just spray each bit a little bit. We want to get some more of those little rubber things that go in between the chain, but we'll just do this for now so that then when we get them we can actually see where they need to go and it's nice and easy. And we've got the spray here. It's been sitting in our boat for like 3 years. So I'd rather almost get rid of some of the cans now. So
I'm going to tell you our plans, what we're going to do this season. but we'll leave that for a later date because we've got like 100 boat jobs to do. So let's get to it.
Alright, sailors up. Now it's time to gurney. Get all this dirt off the deck so we can prep to polish, I guess. Probably still have to do another rinse, but it definitely needs like a thorough, deep clean up here. It's pretty gross. And we're both very excited to get wet, aren't we? It's like 35 degrees right now. It's so hot.
First bit of work Sinead's done all season. Oh, I don't think I'm talking about ya.
Getting through the deck slowly but surely, polishing and getting rid of the marks and the stains. I managed to, Jason kind of helped me get the cushions off because they were like stuck on because the little buttons were so corroded. Ended up getting the last one off and pressure washed the cushions because they literally had like plants growing out of them, like little sprouts. So I pressure washed those, let them dry in the sun, hopefully they dry. And yeah, just been pressure washing and using metal polish to get the stains off. I'm not sure if this is really a good idea, but it seems to be working really well. And then we'll go over and I guess like buff and wax so that it's nice and shiny and doesn't keep soaking in all the stains.
We got our canvas repaired.
Yeah, the only thing is the clears have gotten worse as I've sat. And we need to get them replaced because it was going to cost a lot, and we already just spent like
400
like,
US or something? No.
Over like 450 US dollars, which equates to about 700 Australian dollars just to repair our canvas. Yeah, pretty expensive mistake, so make sure you get marine grade webbing strap and everything else. Just not worth it, because by the time you go somewhere else and try and repair it, you spent what you would have just spent getting it done somewhere. So anyway, gonna put the canvas back up and get a bit more shade back here so we're not dying under here.
And then we can work under here and it'll be nice and cool, hopefully.
Okay, how do we get this on? Oh, this first. Okay, spray hood is back up. So much nicer already just with that little bit of shade, especially over our door to go inside. This is the straps that we got repaired. Unfortunately they didn't have grey, so she had to use white or black, so we used white because I've got white zips under here to match. It is a little bit thick for this area, but it goes over the top of where all the little holes were, I guess, last time, so at least it works. And then yeah, this is how bad our clears are. So we're gonna try and see if we can like kind of buff them and polish them up. But yeah, they're probably gonna need to be replaced, but we're gonna buy some of the stuff ourselves. See if we can find someone that will sew it for us.
You guys need to invest in this. Like we've gone through and polished the whole of the boat, all the top side, and it's literally worked a treat. It's got every single mark except a few little rust stains that we used. What did we use?
Oh yeah, but I got some of the little rust stains, that the little speckles all along the floor with that.
Oh, did ya?
Not all of it, but it
anyway,
like lines it.
Do yourself a favour and get this Autosol marine metal polish for gel coat and fiberglass. All right, so we've just applied step 1 of the snappy teak. So hopefully, like, you can see the stuff coming off the teak. It's either really, really dirty, like next level dirty, or wood's coming off.
Oh, babe, we weren't supposed to rinse it. We're supposed to put the other stuff on.
All right, just ignore what we've done. You're not supposed to rinse it.
You're supposed to put the other stuff straight on.
Right. All right, step 2 is to get a new brush, which we've got just here. Nice new brush. And use formula number 2. What do you reckon? You should see the colour difference between this one and this one.
It's probably a bit hard to show you, but this is obviously wet. This is before we've touched any of it, so you can see like it's a little bit, we've given this a good like wash already, but it's a little bit grimy. And then, ooh yeah. At least our caulking is okay. Along the seats, it's pretty bad in some areas on the floor.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's too bad.
Too bad to recover.
Yeah, so we just have to deal with it.
So we're just making it look pretty for the time being.
The time being?
The time being. Stop it.
Good morning. All right, we are getting into the rest of the teak cleaning this morning. I'll show you what it looks like so far. It's looking pretty good. For having such old teak, it was obviously really filthy. So this is after it's been actually gurneyed, which I know you're not supposed to do, but our teak's so far gone now that we just really want it clean, if anything. So yeah, half clean. And now after. See the difference? Grey, brown.
So I just wanted to show you a before and after of the decks. I don't know if you can see that quite well. It is getting pretty dark here, but we're so happy with it. It did take probably 4 or 5 hours to do, just one side. But yeah, it looks incredible. That's what it looks like before and after from the drone.
That's so cool. It looks like we've got a new deck on that side. That's amazing.
Do you think we should oil it, try and protect it, and then just keep oiling it every 3-6 months or something? Because we've got it to this point now where it looks really decent.
Oh man, I wish we could cork it.
I know. That would just make it, hey? Yeah. It would literally look like a brand new boat. Check out the sunset, guys. You ready?
Make sure you're subscribed to join us next week for more Boatyard life antics. We'll be tackling the removal of our clunky 13-year-old generator, finishing up the teak and sewing the leather back onto the steering wheel, among other things. Believe it or not, we're still barely scratching the surface of our long list of boat projects. It's definitely going to get a lot dirtier, messier, and more chaotic before things start coming back together. Just doing our best to trust the process. See you next week.